My name is Emily McAtee.
I'm Paige Rogers.
I'm Van Tong.
And we are here to talk to you about InSmart. So, if you didn't know, 75% of U.S. adults have experienced some type of shopper disappointment. When we were all deciding, what kind of problem pain that we wanted to focus on in this project, we decided we had all experienced some type of shopper disappointment when we were going to a store. We had a product in mind, we're on a tight schedule as a college student, and we went in there and they didn't have it when they said they had it online. So I'm not sure if you're one of those people that are part of that statistic, but we are. And so with InSmart, we'll go into a little bit detail about why we think that this is going to be a successful product and help retailers and then in turn help customers and raise that customer satisfaction. So again, the problem pain is to get rid of shopper disappointment and get rid of the lost sales that retailers lose every year, whether it's in labor or they lose customers due to the disappointment. So that's the pain that we're going to focus on. And like I said, 75% of adults have experienced this, and that's a very high number. 63% of those were online. But we're going to focus on the in-store disappointment that shoppers experience and try to get those numbers lowered. In 2015, 60 billion people, there's a $60 billion loss in the retail industry due to these problems. And 58% of shoppers that are disappointed in the store become lost sales. So that's a big number that we see an opportunity to improve, and that's why we are recommending InSmart today.
So we got in contact with someone from Target. He had previously worked in the inventory control area, so he had a lot of great information. One of the things he said was usually every day there's about 4 to 5 people or workers that come in for 6 hours, and their main goal is just to reorganize the store and get all the lost product back on the shelf correctly. So when we added that up, it was about $82,000 spent a year just on the labor for that. So that's a pretty big number. One of the other things he said is it is a daily occurrence for customers to come in and they say, hey, I saw online you have 2 of these. They get in the store and it's not there. So is it in a person's cart or did it get moved? They don't know, but he said that is a daily occurrence for Target. The other thing is he said was the real-time information. He said they don't have any kind of real-time information for that. So having that real-time information would be very beneficial for Target. So we pitched the idea to him of the product solution, which was the InSmart app. They already have the sensors, the RFID tags in their products, so we would pull data from those tags, and put them to use through our app. It would have a map of the store, and we could get that real-time information that he said was a problem. It would be able to locate products quickly, help with the customer dissatisfaction, which was also a big problem for him. So how it would work, we would use the Wi-Fi signals, and we would get the information from those tags. We would then use that data to go to the app. They do have, he said they had iPads. He also said they may possibly be looking at like Windows, so for the Android users, but nothing was for sure on that. But he said they do have iPads in store that they use now. They have some apps on there already, but he said nothing with the real-time information. So they could use the iPad and have the app on there, and then have the map of the store, be able to pinpoint the exact location of those products.
So the opportunity size, if you're looking at the retail industry is worth $22 trillion. Today we're just going to focus on Target because we have had a contact we've been able to pull some information from, but looking in the future, if this is something that would be able to be pursued in that industry, it's a big industry and there's a lot of opportunity. So we're designing it for the retail industry and we're focusing on inventory balance. There's nothing out there that has real-time information, and that's something that we definitely see as a need. As well, looking at the opportunities in that industry, there's advancing technology always. A lot of the employees are going to be smart enough to use the app and be able to use it on an iPad or an iPhone or an Android, whatever system they think is the best. And it's going to, in turn, increase customer satisfaction rates, which is what Target's goal is.
When we do business, one thing that we always have to look for is competitors. Do we have competitors? Yeah, doing our research, we found 5 sort of similar apps that can be competitors to us. And the first one that we found is Lattice. This one can do order capture, payment processing, shipping and tracking, customer relationship management, sell, and order analysis. The problem with this one is it's only available on iPad. And the second one that we found is good order inventory. This one is also designed to help manage orders, inventory, and sales. And you can actually export the database and potentially view data from a spreadsheet. And the third one is also an app is for tracking inventory. And the problem with this one is they are focusing on restaurant inventory and then lost, damage reporting, chemical, that stuff. So they're not in retailers industry. And then the fourth one that we have is Inventory Now. And this one is also track inventory, sales, and payments. And then you can also view some of the data from spreadsheets and all that too. But still, this doesn't have what InSmart will be able to bring in the market. And then the last one is Business Inventory. And this one is just basic inventory tracker. And the problem with this one is it's only available on iOS. And key activities, we think that it will be important to partner with Katera since they are the one who knows how to do technology, and then it might be a good way to start with them. And then marketing and sales, customer support, and of course we'll need to do a lot of research and development because that's how we start things. Key resources, Wi-Fi, RFID tags, tracking system, employee knowledge, application compatible devices. This will be things that we'll need to start our resource that we'll need to start our business, get going. Customer relationship, sales to retailers, free trial periods, feedback from sales representatives, adapt to customer demands. And customer channels is retailers. That will be our customers. So this is the buy in smart, that will be the one who's buying us if it happens in real time. Customer segments will go from retailers to employees and customer. Looking at key metrics and cost benefits. We don't have all the calculations here, but just looking at doing some research, how much does it cost to start an app? It's about $100,000. And of course, Target already invested in iPad scanner and then just doing a little bit of research and stuff. And like Paige mentioned in the past, the benefits already outweigh the cost. They lost about 1.5 trillion, across America just for labor costs. So it already saves so much money.
So the value proposition, as he was saying, the costs, obviously the benefits outweigh those costs. So looking at it, it's going to provide them with real-time information, which is something that was definitely a required need that they said would absolutely help them with a lot of the issues that they're having. So that's going to be something that we're going to be able to provide with them, as well as decreasing the labor costs. It's going to decrease the theft rate as well, which is not something we're focusing on, but that would also be a benefit. Increasing employee productivity. They're staying after 6 hours, after hours, to find these lost products that someone either picked up or they stole. So using InSmart would allow them to repurpose those employees and put them towards working other jobs that need to be done. So it would help the productivity and then in turn help the customers and increase that satisfaction, which is ever so important to Target. So in conclusion, the industry, the opportunity, $22 trillion. There's a lot of opportunity there that we think that we can tap into and make a positive difference. So the Target motto being guest focused, this is ultimately going to help the customers, which is who keeps them in business. So how do we think that Target and the retail industry can get there? Well, with InSmart. If you have any questions, we would be happy to answer them.
All right.